Luke learned that the dark side was not inherently evil through the Yuuzhan Vong War. The Yuuzhan Vong War was a catastrophic event that plunged the Star Wars galaxy into unparalleled chaos and destruction. Emerging from beyond the known galaxy, the Yuuzhan Vong were a relentless, extragalactic species driven by religious zealotry and a fanatical devotion to their gods. They set aside conventional technology in favor of biotechnology, wielding living weapons and starships. Their invasion was marked by brutal tactics, the devastation of entire worlds, and the systematic reshaping of the galaxy to suit their alien ideals. The New Republic and later the Galactic Alliance faced an existential threat unlike any other, uniting factions and old enemies in a desperate bid for survival. Amid this galactic turmoil, Jacen Solo stood as a central figure in the struggle against the Yuuzhan Vong. The son of the legendary heroes Han Solo and Leia Organa, Jacen was a Jedi Knight of exceptional potential and deep introspection. Unlike many of his peers, Jacen possessed a philosophical nature, often contemplating the deeper mysteries of the Force and his place within it. During the war, he was held captive, and during that time, Jacen underwent severe trials that pushed him to the brink of his abilities and beliefs. Under the guidance of the mysterious Vergere, he was exposed to a broader and more complex understanding of the Force. Vergere, a former Jedi Knight who had lived among the Yuuzhan Vong for decades, taught Jacen that the Force itself is not divided into light and dark. Rather, it is the intentions and emotions of the user that determine the moral alignment of their actions. Jacen came to understand that the emotions traditionally associated with the dark side, such as anger and fear, were not inherently evil, but could be harnessed for good if controlled and directed with a clear and compassionate intent. This was a radical departure from the teachings of the Jedi Order, which had long warned against the seductive nature of these emotions, emphasizing the importance of maintaining purity in the light side. During the harrowing final stages of the Yuuzhan Vong, as Jacen confronted the puppet master Animi, the true power behind the Yuuzhan Vong leadership, the battle reached a crescendo. Animi, a shaper whose body was riddled with enhancements, possessed a threat unlike any Jacen had faced before. In the heat of this climactic confrontation, Jacen's understanding of the Force transcended to an unparalleled level, achieving oneness with the Force. Jacen became entirely immersed in it, achieving perfect harmony and unity. In this state, his actions were guided purely by the Force's will, leading to feats of unimaginable power and precision. Time seemed to slow, and every movement became an extension of the Force's intent. The Jedi loses their sense of individual self, becoming a vessel for the Force's purest expression. After achieving oneness with the Force and experiencing the undiluted essence of its power, Jacen's perspective deepened further. He realized that the Force in its entirety was a single unified entity that encompassed all aspects of existence. The realization allowed him to see the dark side not as a corrupting force, but as a natural part of the greater whole, capable of being used for positive outcomes if approached with balance and wisdom. When Jacen shared the revelations with Luke Skywalker, it challenged Luke's deeply ingrained beliefs. Luke, who had spent his life fighting against the dark side and its corrupting influence, found Jacen's insights both unsettling and enlightening. Through their discussions, Jacen demonstrated that it was possible to use traditionally dark side techniques and emotions without falling into evil, as long as one remained firmly rooted in the principles of compassion, selflessness, and balance. Jacen's ability to draw upon the full spectrum of the Force without succumbing to the dark side's corrupting influence showed Luke a new path. It suggested that the true mastery of the Force lay not in rejecting parts of it, but in embracing its totality with wisdom and care. This profound understanding helped reshape the Jedi Order's philosophy, moving it toward a more holistic approach to the Force and its uses. Jacen Solo's journey and insights ultimately left an incredible mark on Luke Skywalker and the Jedi Order, prompting a re-evaluation of long-held doctrines and paving the way for a new era of understanding and balance within the Force.